In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the T-spline modeling tools within Fusion 360. The T-spline does not have its own section, such as solid surface and mesh. So if we want to create a T-spline or a form, we need to come to this purple box here that says Create Form. When we select that box, we'll be greeted with a number of different tools that we can use to help us kind of create the forms that we want. From here, we have a number of different options. Under the Create panel, we can create a number of different primitives that we can use as the basis for some of our forms. We also have access to things like extrude, revolve, sweep, and loft if we wanted to create a form using sketches. For now, I'm just going to create a simple box in my scene. And now we can see we have this smooth form in front of us. And I'm going to just hit OK, and that'll give us the box here. T-splines are great for modeling organic or curved surfaces. They use a number of control points and then interpolate between them to give us this curved surface. T-splines are a form of NURBS modeling that allows us to create T-junctions or poles, giving us greater flexibility over the models that we create. This box here is divided up into sections or faces. Each face has edges, and those edges have vertices on the end of them. We can manipulate any three of these faces, edges, or vertices to manipulate the form that we have here. Under Modify, we have a number of different options available to us. The first one, Edit Form, allows us to select different components in the form, and using a push-pull system with Fusion 360's gizmo here, we can start manipulating the form to get our desired shape. We won't have time to cover all of the different modify tools in this Fusion 360 video, so I'm just going to take you through some of the most important ones. First off is the edit form. This allows us to make freeform and easy edits to our form. The next would be insert edge. This allows us to insert a new edge or edge loop by double clicking on the edge that we want and adding that in to the geometry. The other option we have available to us if we need more detail is to use subdivide. Subdivide will divide up a face into individual segments. If we leave the insert mode at simple, it will only subdivide the face that you have selected. However, this might warp your form as you're adding in new lines here without keeping them going or being consistent throughout the rest of the model. If we change the model or insert mode to exact, you'll notice that it keeps the same form we had before, but now we're subdividing the entire model, not just that one face. Options like crease allow us to add in hard edges to our model by selecting edges that we want to add a sharp crease to. So if I just select all of these edges on the outer loop like so and hit OK, you can see that's given me a hard edge where there used to be a curved surface. Another useful tool that we can add to our arsenal is the thicken option. This is great when you're working with hollow surfaces, so we can add thicken in order to actually add or remove geometry. When you manipulate a form, the faces adjacent to the point that you manipulated, up to 2 spaces back, will be affected. Anything beyond that point will not. So to give you an example of this, I'm going to use the edit form function, and I'm going to grab this vertice in the center of this plane. Now I've subdivided this plane to give it more little subdivisions or little boxes to better demonstrate this effect. If I drag this vertice up, you can see that I'm getting curvature on the first face and the second face, but not on the third. So it stops. This doesn't matter how high or how low I drag this point, it will never affect the faces past this point here, as you can see. If you do want to modify more than just the vertice here in the center, we can opt to use this option called soft modification. Soft modification, you get a weighting. So as I drag the top vertex here, These ones surrounding it are in red, so they're going to get pulled up with it. And these white ones here are also going to get pulled up, but to a lesser degree. There's a fall off to it. So if I drag this up, you'll notice it's going to drag the other ones up as well, ever so slightly. This will allow us to get softer modifications, allowing us to create more natural forms without having to worry about modifying every individual vertex. I can change the weight or the fall off, and that will change how the soft modification behaves.